Marshawn Lynch, my guy, what are you doing? Why are you trying to groom these kids for the real world when their parents would prefer for them to live in the magical world of Disney?
That's what they call me. Promise that you never be lonely.
I'm gonna tell you guys what, this guy deserves a championship belt, okay? Because he handled this situation exactly the way he should have. I agree with him 1,000%, and here's why. Check out the footage.
Maybe you should just let him know because we're all in tears.
Is there a man here with you? Okay, so oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, I do. I cuss a lot. I cuss in front of them. So look, I cuss a lot.
Every one of them's
Alright, that's okay.
No, my son's a shit. It's not okay.
Is there a man here with you?
Not here.
Is not a man here with you?
But I'm here. What does that matter?
Okay, I'm
My
gonna
son
speak to a
is
man.
leaving. I don't care. It's my son.
The thing about it is, oh shit. When this thing just spoke to me about my name, I went up to him. I told nobody get the fuck out of them drill.
Get over here
I
right
told, look.
now.
What I will tell them,
Did you walk here too? They all
what I'll tell them, that if they're not doing what they need to do, then yes, there's consequences to that.
Yeah.
You said nigga. You say nigga every day.
Bye.
If I told the little ones to go run,
Let's go, son.
having that conversation with this little one,
Come on.
besides in the drill. But at the end of the day, if there's a kid that's on my field while wearing drills, participate in the right way, there's consequences for that. If it takes the measurement, if you tell them to go and run laps, come over here and record me so they can actually see my
No,
face.
they can see you fine here.
I know, come on. So if it takes that amount of time for when I tell a kid to do something and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, then there is consequences, like push-ups, like running laps, like sit-ups, like telling them to get out of my drill if they're not participating and doing right. Get the fuck out of my drill. Get the fuck out of my drill, or whatever it takes to get my drill. Because there's one kid, but there's also
50 others.
100 more kids out there. But at the same time, there's no disrespect or anything, but there's a million kids. But I didn't want you to get away to go and throw dirt on my name.
No.
But I understand that I'm not gonna be able to please everybody, which I'm fine with
I
that.
appreciate you coming up here and talking to me.
Oh shit!
My
But
son
look,
is one of those hard workers,
look.
but he's not one of those.
So I still came up here to do this, but I still got 200 more kids out there. But I appreciate it though, sweetheart.
For those of you who don't know, Marshawn Lynch was a running back for the Buffalo Bills. He recently started a training camp for the kids. As you guys can see, the mom had an issue with him cursing at the kids. Now, by all means, that may not have been too cool, okay? But this guy's infamous for that, okay? That's what he does. That's who he is. He's Marshawn Lynch. People, first of all, if she was being a real mom, she would have did her due diligence and looked up who Marshawn Lynch was instead of hearing, oh, famous running back training camp. That's first of all. Second of all, lead by example. Believe it or not, she did an interview afterwards where she said, quote, I went out into the middle of the field and I threw down the shirt and I started cursing. Huh? Third of all, last but not least, if you're going to address an issue, whether it's coach, principal, teacher, or whoever, there's a way to do it and there's a place to do it. And as Marshawn constantly stated, hey, I've got other kids, but I did want to take time out to talk to you as a parent. I don't blame him for saying, hey, is there a man to talk to? Have you guys, let's be real, and this is for the guys, okay? Women, don't get mad because when I'm on here talking shit about the guys, okay, I don't hear y'all tripping. But have you guys ever tried to just negotiate or talk politics to a woman? Have you guys ever tried to have a rational conversation with most women? Here's where he was coming from. He was saying, hey, look, I would like to speak to a man. Is there a male with you? Somebody who can relate, okay? And I can understand that because you don't want to sit there going back and forth with a woman when she doesn't understand hey, I'm conditioning him mentally. If you're going to go after Marshawn Lynch, then go after all the rest of the coaches who's doing this. You've got coaches all over the world who are hollering, and trust me, cursing at the kids. They do it in the military. It's a psychological conditioning, so to speak. So don't run out there complaining about Marshawn cursing and you get the cursing. Seriously. Like, that reminds me of a time I had a conversation with a young lady and we was talking politics. And let me tell you, boy, was this a trip. This young woman right here, she claimed to have had degrees and all that stuff, which if you're acting like a monkey, then your degrees mean nothing. Okay? But we was having a conversation, and this isn't, I'm not going to go too far away from the subject at hand, but we was having a conversation about politics. It was a nice, clean conversation. All of a sudden, she gets mental. She gets triggered because my opinion did not match hers. Okay, serious. I mean, she said she had like 2 or 3 degrees or whatever, still acting just as donkey as the person who didn't. I've had very few conversations with men who are triggered about politics. Very few. But my point is to relate that to this situation about Marshawn Lynch is that, hey, he figured he could more relate to another male about physical training of the situation at hand versus stating to mom, who was already triggered, who was already belligerent, and then who didn't even initiate the situation that well. You pull him to the side. Either you go somewhere and talk to him later on about it, because your kid shouldn't be the focal point of the rest of the kids' training. It just shouldn't. It's not fair to the rest of the kids, nor is it fair to the rest of the parents. Think about it real good. And not only that, but as I said earlier, lead by example. Seriously, I see and hear plenty of moms who curse the kids, dads who curse the kids, and they're not learning nothing. I'm not justifying what Marshawn Lynch did or said. No, I'm not. But again, he's Marshawn Lynch. Okay, you don't get mad when you see a tiger chasing a gazelle. Why? Because it's who the tiger is what the tiger does. Seriously, you don't get mad and you don't sit there and pitch a fit about a cat chasing a dog, because it's what he does. It's in his nature. Again, I reiterate. If the mom was any type of mom, instead of trying to soy the kid up, she would have done her due diligence and she would have seen that, oh, wow, this guy has got a potty mouth on him. So, I'm not mad at Marshawn Lynch. Like I say again, hey, to me, that dude holds the title because he handled it well. Matter of fact, he handled it a little bit nicer than me, myself, I would have handled it today. Anyway, this is Timothy Apollo. Y'all, let me know what you think. Am I wrong for feeling that, hey, it's his camp, he's who he is? Hey, if you don't like it, go to another camp. Or should he have went out there and just did as the mom wanted him to run his camp that she's taking her kid to? Hey, let me know in the comment section. Peace. In the magical world of Disney,